Good morning, Gravette High School, and Happy Lunar New Year. I'm Zeke.
And I'm Skylar, and this is the news for the week of January 22nd. FCCLA is holding their annual Crush and Treat sale. Purchase something for your special someone during your lunch period. Orders will be accepted through February 7th.
The lost and found is quite literally overflowing. There are electronics, lunchboxes, clothing, and much more. If you have lost something, please head to the office to retrieve it.
This week is basketball homecoming, and as always, there are some fun dress-up days leading up to the big game on Friday. It's a G-Town face-off with Monday as 80s versus 90s, wear styles from one of the decades. Tuesday as teachers versus students, students dress as teachers and teachers dress as students. Wednesday is country versus country club, wear clothes for a hoedown or for hobnobbing. Thursday is PJs versus fancy wear, and Friday is orange versus black.
The homecoming court crowning ceremony will start at 5:30 on Friday, with the boys' game starting at 6 o'clock and the girls tipping off directly after. Recently, there were some rumblings among workers in Hollywood. Allie is one of our newest reporters here on GHSTV. Let's go to her to find out more about the recently ended actor strike.
Did you know that the strike that prevented all the new episodes of your favorite shows has ended? I'm Allie Cook, and here's what you need to know about the SAG-AFTRA strike. On July 14, 2023, the labor union known by the name of SAG-AFTRA, or the Screen Actors Guild American Federation of Television and Radio Artists, went on strike. The union itself is made up of over 160,000 people, including actors, recording artists, and various other performers. The strike, similar to the Writers Guild of America strike that had started in May and ended near the end of September, was a fight to improve labor and work conditions, pay, and provisions against AI-generated content.
I feel like it was beneficial. It's people, jobs, and monies and livelihood that they're dealing with, and I thought it was overall good that they were, expressing that.
The strike ended on Thursday, November 9th, 2023. The day after, their 3-year deal was submitted to the union's national board for approval, where it was voted a resounding yes with 86% to 14%. In the first year of the contract, 2 wage increases have been set into place, resulting in the average wages growing by 11.28%. Due to this, for the first time ever, the number of covered positions in the West Coast will be equal to the number of positions in the East Coast. For the casting process, the decision has been made that if memorization is at all required, the performer will be provided compensation. Producers must also give virtual and in-person interviews, along with providing accommodations for performers with disabilities, senior performers, and minors.
The money be relocated away from lots of these companies that benefit off work that they didn't really acknowledge had to happen. That's probably one of the best outcomes we could have had of this situation.
Finally, there's been a 153% increase in the payment series actors will receive when relocated for the show, covering up to $5,000 per month for up to 6 months with no capital on the number of seasons. Amazing how long these actors were willing to leave their work for their cause. Take some time today to think of how relieving it would be to go back to the job you loved after 118 days away.
Now let's go to Johnny for the weather.
Thank you, Skylar. Good morning, Gravette students. I'm Johnny Kelly, and this is your weekly weather forecast. Now, this week we're starting off way warmer than last week. We have a high of 38 and a low of 35 with some freezing rain on Monday, so we're not completely out of the ice age, but we shouldn't see any mammoths or sloths this week. All right, so going into Tuesday, we've got a high of 49 and a low of 39 with some morning rain, and then it persists into cloudy skies that day. And then going into Wednesday, it raises up the heat a little bit with a high of 50 and a low of 39 with rain persisting throughout the day. And then going into Thursday, it goes back to a high of 49 and a low of 38 with morning rain, and then clouds persisting throughout the day. And then those clouds persist into Friday with a high of 46 and a low of 32. And those clouds are going to stay there for the rest of the day. Thank you. I'm Johnny Kelly, and that was your weekly forecast. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Johnny. With all the wintry weather we've been having, it's worth noting that Gravette High School will no longer have any AMI days. Instead, any school days missed because of the weather will be added on to the end of the school year.
For this week's survey, we want to know, what are your thoughts on no more AMI days? Do you like snow days, or would you rather just do your work at home?
Well, that's everything for us. I'm Skylar.
And I'm Zeke.
And we'll see you next week.